Hi all, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Let's start rebuilding up using UiPath. In today's session, we are going to discuss about anchor base. So many of them will have a question now. So what is anchor base? I didn't use this activity. So what is the use of an anchor base, right? So let me answer one by one and solve all your questions. So let me first get a fair understanding. So what actually anchor base means? So anchor base, so it basically runs with the help of a supporting element. So why do we have to use the anchor base first of all? So let me go to the test site. So I hope you are able to see this, right? So in this RPA challenge site, so once you clicked on submit, you can see this particular UI elements or keep on jumping from one place to another. So you can see the last name in the top, right? So once you clicked on submit, so it is in first. So let's click once again submit. So you can see the UI element getting jumped to one place to another place, right? And then click on submit once again. So you can see first name now. Click on once again. Yeah. So likewise, it used to keep on jump from one place to another one place, right? So in those scenarios, how do you automate? So which means so if you have an Excel, okay, so you have to populate all the information which you have actually. So which is a first name, last name, phone number. So these are the information you have to populate, and then you have to click on submit. So how do you do that? So with the help of anchor base, you can achieve this task actually. Let me go to my OneNote. So here we have given a verbiage. So what actually anchor base means? So anchor base is used to locating the UI elements by looking at the UI elements next to it. So what I said actually, right? So it will be run with the help of supporting element. So the element which is nearby to it. So we can clearly see here, this means we don't have a reliable selector, right? So this is not a reliable selector, correct? So we will be not able to capture, only we are going to type into this particular text box, right? Since it does keep on changing, it is not a reliable selector, correct? So that's why they have mentioned. So this means when we don't have a reliable selector, then we should use an anchor based control activity. So in anchor base, we have a several positions. So which is auto, left, top, right, and bottom on top. So these are the various positions where we can keep your anchor actually. And this is our anchor based activity, as well as you can, as I listed in this, so you can see the position here, right? So let me quickly jump back to the UiPath Studio and start our today's session. Let me go back to our site and download this Excel. So just click on download Excel. So already I have created a folder which is nothing but data. So what I will do, so I'll just click on save here so that I can use this spreadsheet to enter all these fields actually. So what I will do, I will just click on refresh. So under inside data, so I can see the Excel which I had downloaded from the RPA challenge site. So what I will do, I will just double click and open this one. Let me make it as enlarged. Click on edit. So there is a catch here. So what actually you have to find, so don't make any spaces in the column name. So I have found a space in the last name, so I just removed it, and then just try to find whether we have any spaces or not. Okay, so just try to find the spaces. Okay, there is no spaces apart from the last name. So what I will do, I will just click on Control S save. That's it. Just close this. So we are just going to make a combination of Excel activities as well as web automations. Okay. So to get a fair understanding, I will suggest you to go to the Excel automations as well as the web automation and then jump here so that you will get a fair understanding. So how to use this. So what you can do here, so let me use Excel scope. Okay. And then try to read your spreadsheet. So just click on this folder symbol and then under the data, challenge, perfect. And the what is the sheet name so you have seen? So let me go there and then open the sheet name. So the sheet is sheet 1. Okay, fine. And close it. So try to drag drop read range activity. Yeah, so already it has sheet 1. So let it be. And then so try to create a variable for this one. Control K, DT, and then challenge. Click on enter. Perfect. So till now, so what I had done. So I just read the particular spreadsheet and then I have created a variable for it. So what will be the next step now? So we have to iterate to the each and every element and then we have to populate to the particular site, right? Perfect. So what I have to do next? So you have to use the open browser activity so that so your browser get opened. So or else like what you can do, so you can just keep this site open and then you can go here and use the attach process. So anything will works here first of all. So you can go with any of the approaches. So what you can do here, just try to copy this. Go ahead and then double quotes proud here, or else you can go here and create a variable and then try to inject this value to the variable and you can call the variable here. And then try to make a maximize, so which help you to maximize your window. And don't forget to select the browsers which you are going to do an automation. And then so we have to use a for each inside the type into. So why I was saying for each, so we have to iterate to the each and every elements in the spreadsheet, right? So that we have to use a for each and then so we have to populate each and everything. So and then what we can do now, so we can try to start this challenge. After that we can start populating the values. So to click on start button, so what activity will be using? Click, right? So let me drag and drop a click activity here and then try to indicate. So we are in wrong window, make a control F2, then switch back to the right window. So you can highlight this tab, yeah. And then don't forget to check your selectors as well, so that your automation will be reliable. So I can see here, so which is the tag web button, yeah. If you want some more tags need to be added over there, so you can open the UI Explorer and go ahead adding those. That's not an issue. So let me open the UI Explorer and show you that as well. So my UI Explorer got open. Let me go here, let me maximize this. So you can add a name, so which makes your selector more reliable, yeah. And then yeah, perfect. So let me try to highlight. So you're able to highlight this particular button which is start, click on save, perfect. And the next thing what are you going to do? So we are going to use a for each to iterate, perfect. So let me drag a for each. So we are going to use the for each row in the data table since we are using Excel. So if you're not going to use Excel, so you can use this for each which is under the control. So yeah, let me try to call out this particular output variable. So let me try to change the scope, then only you'll be able to identify what you can do here. I just try to change the scope to anchor base so that you can access throughout the flow. Sorry, so dt, yeah, perfect. So we're able to call the variables. What actually we have to do, so we are going to populate the data to the respective fields now. So let me drag an anchor base now. So this is the place where anchor base will play a vital role. So let me drag an anchor base, okay. So otherwise what I will suggest you to do, so let me try to use only one fields, okay, and show you why the selector is not reliable for this. Type into and then try to indicate. So wrong window, control plus F2, first name, perfect. So how do you call? Current row of and then first name dot toString. So one more thing what I will suggest, don't close this Excel so that you can copy and paste your the name over here. So let me try to copy this first name and then try to prod over here. Awesome. So you can just try to run this automation. So it will be getting failure only. So why I was saying failure, so this first name will be keep on jumping, okay. So what I will do, so I'll just keep this Excel open since we are using Excel scope, otherwise we have to close it. So I'll just close this site and then try to run our automation, perfect. So our execution is started now. So it has launched our site. So and then what the operation is going to perform? So it's going to enter the first name now. So it will try to recognize the first name. So the position has been changed. So the bot has been clicked on start. So round one started. So it was not able to recognize where the first name actually. So it will end up in the error. So if you use an anchor base, you will not be end up with the error. So we got an error. So let me go here. So you can see here, right? Could not find an UI element. So we're not able to find the UI element of first name. Why? So since it was keep on changing, we are not able to find. So let me go a bit deeper. So what I will suggest. So let me inspect element, indicate, and try to indicate this one. So you can see here, right? So which is KRJBD ID. So let me refresh this one. So once I refresh, the ID will be changed now for the first name. Let me highlight the first name once again. So once it got refreshed, let me click on this one, then try to indicate this. Yeah. So now you can see which is QUELW, right? So which means IDs keep on changing. So that's why your selector getting failed. So it was not able to recognize the particular element. So to avoid this failure, we are going to go ahead and use our anchor base now. So let me close this. Let me jump back to our UiPath Studio. I'll just close this flow. So what you can do, so instead of only type into, we are going to use the anchor base now. Let's go to the activity panel, check for an anchor. Let me drag and drop the anchor base here. So what I will suggest, just drag and drop this one here, and then so you're going to use in a find element. So let me type find element. Yeah, just try to highlight here. So what we are going to do now, so we are going to highlight. So just click on this one and then click on first name, so which is in top. Okay, so once you have clicked on this, so it is indicated the first name, and then type into will remain same. So what actually we are going to type. Okay, so we no need to indicate as well. So here you can see the selector is different right now. Soon after I just added this find element, so you can see some changes in selector. So what it mean? So this particular activity, so which is type into, it's going to run with the help of the relative element. So relative element doesn't with the help of this find element. So that's what we have mentioned in our verbiage. So which is nothing but if selector is not reliable, so you can see here, which is look into the UI of next to it. So with the help of this particular selector, it is going to perform the type into action now. So as a next step, so what I have to do, so we have to drag one more anchor base and then we have to indicate the last name, type into the same action. So we have to repeat. So let me do it very quick. And then so one more anchor base and then find element as well as the type into. So what I will do, I'll just make a copy. Okay. So instead of drag and drop, so I'll just make a copy. Copy and then copy and then one more copy. Yeah. So what I will suggest to avoid confusion, I will suggest you to go with the naming. So instead of anchor base, you can rename this as a first name. So likewise, you can do it. So for a best approach, so that will help you to understand. So what actually you are doing. Okay. So just try to follow this. So these are the some best practices which you have to follow. So what I got to do? So try to indicate now the last name. So we are in wrong window. Control F2. The last name. So yeah, last name. And then so try to indicate the box. Perfect. So likewise we have to repeat for all the things. So which is company name, and then so try to indicate the company name box. So after that, so we are going to jump to the role, and then so which is nothing but role in company, and then try to indicate the box as well. Perfect. So what is the next field now? So which is address, email, and then phone number. Yeah. So then address. So just try to indicate this box as well, and then so what will be the next one after address? So which is email ID. So before doing that, so what I will suggest, try to copy this and paste over here, indicate, and then I guess phone number, right? Sorry, email ID. So you can make in any order, so that is not an issue. So we are going to populate the data as per that, and then we're going to indicate the phone number now. Perfect. So what we are going to do now? So we are going to populate the values for each and every fields now. So let me go up. Just try to copy this syntax. Okay. And just try to paste over here. Just remove this one. Okay. So this is what real quick solution. So we can do that. And then let's try to paste over here. Only you can inject the column name after that. So that is what I was doing now. And then the phone number. Yeah. Perfect. So what are you going to do? So you have to inject your column names now quickly. So let me go here. Let me copy the column name which is last name, and then try to inject here. After that, company name. So likewise, you can do this parallelly. So when I was doing, so it will be a good practice for you. So if you are stuck somewhere, so you can go here and pause this video and then try to do in your own. And try to indicate this one, and then address. And then email ID. So likewise, you have to pass all the headers, column names, and finally the phone number. Perfect. So once you're done with all the transactions, so let me go to the interface. So once I clicked on start, so the round one begins. So what you have to do, so you have to populate all the things. Once you populate everything, so what you have to do, click on submit, right? So you have to add the one more click button as well. So let me drag a click activity, drop here. Okay, try to indicate now once again. So wrong window, control F2, just go here and then try to indicate the submit button. So let me check the selector now. So which type equal to submit, that's perfect. Let me click save and let me run this now. So once you have started running, so what actually you have to do, so you have to click on round one. So initially, so once I clicked on refresh, it will be start, it will click on start. Once the round one begins, so it has to populate all the information, click on submit. Likewise, it will keep on move to the next round. So once you have populated first round, it will go to the second round, and then have to populate all the information, submit. Likewise, we have to populate for all the fields. So once you have populated to the 10th round, so let me see here. So you'll be getting a percentage here, success percentage. So out of 70 fields, so how many fields has been populated correctly? So if we can get this output and the success rate as well. So what you can do, let me close this and let me start this one in a real quick. Loaded now. Wait and watch. So how the fields are getting populated. So once our site is loaded, so it will click on start and start populating all the values. So it clicked on start. So it populated the first name, last name, the company name. Yeah. So role, address, and then mail ID. Perfect, right? So it has populated all the information in a correct way. So likewise, it's doing for the round two, and then address, email ID, the phone number. So likewise, it will keep on repeat for the till 10th. Okay, till the 10th round. So on the 10th round, so we'll be getting a result. So how many percentage we have populated, correct? So we have to wait for that and we have to watch. So it is populating all the information one by one. So likewise, you can practice if you have any site. So you have found so the select is not reliable, so it is keep on jumping. So you can go ahead and use your anchor base. So this has been asked by so many viewers. So how to handle this actually. So if the selector is not reliable, so they are asked us how to do that. So that's why we have posting this video so that it will be helpful for so many interview purposes. So they can go ahead and use this anchor base activity to crack their interviews as well. So we are in sixth round now. So three more need to be done now. So it's, I hope till now it is populating everything very good. So the address and then email ID. So it's quite good, I guess, right? So we can handle this using this anchor base. Even the selector is not reliable. And then so address, email ID, phone number. So still one more to go. So it has populated the HR field, address, email ID. So we are in the last round. So it's going to populate each and everything now. So soon after it's populated, we are going to get the results as well. Let us wait now. Yeah, perfect, right? So you can see here. So it has populated everything correctly. So you can see the success rate is 70 out of 7. And then so how many seconds it has took to complete this. So likewise, we have to make this 100% so that your automation is 100% reliable and it's correct. So I hope it is very useful, right? So how to use the anchor base and how to handle this. So one more thing I will show you here. So you can see in the anchor position, which is auto. So if you felt you can change this anchor position as well. So let me click on reset and show you that as well. So what you can do, so you are going to highlight this one. So using the find element, okay? So you are going to use the find element for email ID. So and then so below your anchor element is right, correct? So which means this is the place where you are going to make your type. So what you can do, you can make it as bottom, okay? So you can make it as bottom. So what actually it means? So likewise you can see here, right? The position getting changed. So the anchor base and then type into. So likewise you have to change it accordingly. So if you don't want to change it, so if you're not feeling good with the changing this, you can keep it as auto as well. So if you're well and good, so you can go ahead and change it. So that's not an issue. So if it is going to be in an auto, it's going to work. Otherwise, you can make it is very generic in this way. So if you're not sure where the position will be, so it will be keep on changing. Let's assume so for this time it is down, for the next time it will be in the right side, for the next time it will be left side. So in those scenarios, you can go ahead and use the auto. So or else if you have felt that it will be constantly it will be in down position, so you can go ahead and reposition your anchor base positions. So you can make up to you the changes. So which is top or bottom or right or left. So you can change it. So likewise, you can go ahead and apply your position change as well. So I hope you like the video. Thanks for watching. Happy learning. Have a good day.